Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue look at this yin related characters. And this yin is reinforced learning for me because I don't use that in my everyday language, this right part. And so far we have seen 枕, pillow, and 沈, juice. Again, news for me. I don't use it as juice. I only know Shenyang, which is a northeast city. Now, today we pair it with the ear symbol. What could that be? Heavy ear? Because we have pillow. From the beginning, we know it means this yin image means carrying a load. This is a person carrying a load. And somehow it becomes indulge. A little bit of logic jump up there. And it's pronounced totally different as dan. So we have dan. We can see this yin imagery, same as the last 2 days. And the ear symbol. This is how Chinese simplify how a year would look like. Basically, it's this kind of a circular thing with top and bottom wrapping, and then one horizontal line to signify their nerves inside. So this ear symbol next to heavy load carrying imagery originally means somebody got big heavy earlobe. It's kind of sinking over there. And by the way, in Chinese, according to Chinese, if a person is going to have good fortune or good life, easy life with abundance, is visually measured by the size of your earlobe. So if you have a big earlobe, kind of a drapey there, that means you're going to have a carefree life. If it's thin, it's short of your earlobe, it's like, good luck. So I don't know. I never put the two together. And also, like most of the sayings from the old sayings may or may not, and most likely may not be true. It's some sort of explainer trying to forecast how your life would be. But we know it's way more complicated than that. So anyhow, this originally means heavy earlobe. That means life is good, right? That person is having a good, easy way. And I think this ear signify that hearing, signify enjoying something to hear. And that heavy earlobe and hearing of enjoy kind of pointed to indulge. Okay, so this then it can have quite distinctively different meanings. Same character, but if it's used in different places, it can mean very different thing. 耽误 is, I guess, in our everyday Chinese use, 耽误 is the most commonly used expressions. And I seldom think about like 耽误 in this case, what 耽误 could be. Okay, we know 误 as 错误, like a mistake. That's a mistake. We use the language, like verbal mistake, I guess, to signify something wrongly expressed. And Chinese treat speaking a lot serious. We have many language-related characters that signify that you need to watch what you say because language matters, words matters. So this mistake expressed by using language carelessly. And then we have done pair with it. Together means you miss something, you delayed, kind of procrastinate, and kind of end missing the deadline. That's 耽误. We often use 耽误 as in you didn't put in enough efforts and resources so that you kind of waste what could have been, right? Especially the next generation's education, things like that. So this dan, if we now know, it signifies this heavy earlobe, indulgence, good life, carefree. And so that means this person spent extra time indulging in something that the result is it's a big mistake. So dan probably is a Chinese warning to procrastinators that you don't want to hang on to some easy doing things for too long, that the big important thing you kind of procrastinate and end up missing the best time to do it. Okay, 单险, 险 means adventure, means risk. So 单险 almost like indulge in that risk. Not necessarily means you enjoy risk taking, as some people would, but the 单险 here almost like you take on unnecessary higher risk. So 单险 is almost a warning of if you want to choose to do something, you may take on unproportional risk. So this is less commonly used, but I can definitely see them paired together to mean, to give you as a warning of this could be something, think again of the type of risk you're taking on here. So 单线, 是之单兮, okay, if you see 之 and 兮, you would tell immediately this is from classical ancient Chinese book. Dusty book in a deep, deep library that nobody checks until like when we get to digitized lots of our classical literatures, and then we get to see, okay, expressions like that. 是之单兮. Now we know 单 means indulge, right? So 是, we also look at this character this year from 1 to 10, that means a full-grown man. And this is, I guess, a warning to grown men that there are such distractions in life or temptations in life that 是, this man, you're supposed to serve your country or be a useful person to your community, to your family, right? However, 之单兮, like you instead indulge in something, self-indulgence, and 耽误, kind of waste your time, the best prime time of years, right? And okay, 之 is a connector word. It doesn't come meaning with it. It simply provides a structure to say, okay, here we are describing this indulgence of such a grown man. And 兮 is a closure, kind of like a full stop. And I guess also give it a sense of a sign, like you pronounce this 兮, like 兮, kind of exhale a flat tone to give you the sense of it's a little bit of regret. It's a little bit, in Chinese, we call it a 无奈. It's like you cannot help. That's the way it is. So it's almost like quiet value judgment here by pronouncing something closed with 兮 to say, okay, this is like a social commentary of some, I guess, ancient classical Chinese to tell people how to live their lives, right? And then 是之单兮 is kind of a sign of like regretfully some of grown men are indulging in things that's kind of wasting their time, but by the time they know it, it's kind of late. So kind of like that. 是之单兮. So here, 单, I intentionally put this headphone to give it a sense of, in Chinese, we create the concept of 单, this indulgence, indulge, probably musically as well. Like we associate indulgence with hearing, with the sense of hearing. And it came from this heavy, load-carrying earlobe on our ears that signify your carefree life, that you can kind of enjoy life. And here is done. Indulge. Thank you for your time. See you another day.